There's no doubt that the Peugeot 408 looks good. The high-quality materials and clear digital screens inside really make it stand out. This doesn't take away from the content either. The 408 is a coupe SUV that holds its own when it comes to utility. It has a large trunk and plenty of room for passengers in the back, even when compared to other midsize SUVs in its class. People may have different thoughts on the daring design on the outside and the iCockpit setup, which lets drivers look at the instrument panel while holding a small steering wheel. While the 408 is a useful and comfortable car, its sporty looks don't quite live up to their promise when it comes to driving. It also gets better as you move up in trim levels and get more of Peugeot's sought-after tech features. Exterior. When some older people heard that Peugeot was releasing a new car called the 408, they may have thought of the Peugeot 405 and 406 family saloons from the 1980s, 1990s, and early 2000s. These cars competed with big names like the Mondeo, Vectra, and Passat during the D segment's heyday. The next 407, which came out in 2004, is probably better forgotten, in part because it had a face that only its mother could love, and by that time, people were going on to other things. People don't buy classic big family cars in nearly as many numbers today, which is why Peugeot made the 408. Peugeot calls this a C-segment fastback. This Peugeot fits in between the 308 hatchback, the 3008 SUV, and the 508, which is the company's current take on the big family car genre. It has parts of a hatchback, an SUV, and a four-door coupe. Performance? The entry-level PureTech petrol has 129 bhp and 230 Nm from 1,758 RPM. The 0 to 62 minute time is 10.4 seconds, and the top speed is 130 mph. Keeping the revs low keeps it quiet, but the EAT gearbox tends to drop a ratio or two when you seek for more acceleration, sending RPM and noise soaring without much acceleration. PureTech engine sounds good, but it's preferable to use your left foot slowly and realize that progress will be dignified. The speedier hybrid 180 and 225 models use a weaker gearbox, called EEAT. Switching between electric and petrol power is typically unpleasant. Upgrades from the hybrid 180 with 178 bhp to the 225 with 222 bhp don't add much. The hybrid 180 and 225 have the same 216 or maximum torque, 8.1 seconds and 7.8 seconds for 0 and 62 mph, respectively, and 140 mph top speeds. Interior. The inside of the Peugeot 408 is even more shocking than the outside. Many of the plastics are soft to the touch, and the design has a lot of style. The driver and passenger pack on GT cars comes with blue Naboo leather seats that looked and felt great in our test car. Peugeot combined the 408's air vents into one with a nice row of slats that go all the way to the right edge of the dashboard. However, there's a lot of plastic below, which makes it harder for front seat passengers to kneel down. The small iCockpit steering wheel and digital instrument panel can be set up in any model, but the top-of-the-line model has the most features. The screens in GT cars are 3D, which makes certain parts of the screen stand out from the rest. Even though it looks cool, the information on some screen types isn't very clear. For example, the speed of the car was hard to read because it was displayed in a very small font. It's possible that this will get better as you get used to the setting, and there are many options for how to set it up.